feel that rise. Watch the game while the beat flows. At the sports bar where anything goes. Laughter and joy, we're in the zone. In the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Come back for more. Tasty treats and soulful sounds. Feel the rhythm is where joy's found. With every cheer we come alive. Come on in, let's thrive and jive. In this moment we find our groove. On the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Ooh, come back for more. Ooh, come back for more. Tasty treats and soulful sounds. Feel the rhythm, it's where joy's found. Ooh, with every cheer we come alive. Come on in, let's thrive and jive. In this moment we find our groove. Ooh, on the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Swing on by, don't miss the fun. At the sports bar, the best begun. Ooh, come back for more. 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 Come back for more.
There you go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Swivel on the Sports Bar. Hey, listen. We have a whole bunch of variety of things we're going to talk about today. Like, share, and subscribe. When you hear this on replay, hit the like button. No matter what, just whether you stay for 5 minutes or 10, hit the like button. If you stay for 1 second, hit the like button just for freebie. Give a comment to some of the commentary. And listen, we can just have fun because there's a lot of stuff to always talk about in sports. So maybe I'll chop this up, maybe I won't. But let's get going so we don't have to waste any time. What's happening? All right, football seasons. We talked about my man's brother, Shiloh Sanders. We talked about Shedeur Sanders. Now, this guy also was he was completely undrafted, right? So the NFL colluded against Deion Sanders to show him how much they hate him and his sons. You can say all you want that we can say that both of these guys deserve to be drafted in some respectable fashion. And because the NFL, a lot of people in the media hate Deion Sanders, they they heap the sins of the father onto the sons, which was not a good thing. But these guys will survive one way or the other, right? So I got a bunch of highlights about my man's Shiloh's first game. And let's just go get to it. They're going to just highlight every play he had.
He's one of the guys competing for that last spot.
After a first down, here's Allen. Pressure coming and has to get rid of it right away.
They put a circle around him every time he has a play. Now, he has some good plays, and I think he riffed on a few plays, too, that he could have done much better. But this is his first game, too. So I guess he was a little tight. So we're going to show some of that. That's it for that. That was it for that. But anyway, listen, the point really is they wanted to show that this guy, he's trying to make the team. I think they probably would give him a C for his effort that day. No big sacks or anything, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So he's still trying to make the team just like his big brother. All right, Travis Hunter, he made his debut. And
hello, it's your favorite sports thunk here.
let's see
Don't
what
forget
this
to hit
looks
that
like.
subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry.
Okay, we saw the debut today. Travis Hunter, Ocho, saw action on both sides of the football in his preseason debut, the Jags versus the Steelers. On offense, he had 11 snaps, 2 receptions, 9 yards. On defense, he had 8 snaps with 0 targets. Ocho, I might have to get a couple more jobs like you, because the way they got these games spread out and how you're going to have to pay, damn near, you basically got to pay to watch each individual game, Ocho.
You know what you can do? You can use YouTube TV. You can
After you get shaved for like $100 billion and all that shit, now the subscription to football, you start to look at the numbers. It's very funny, man. But the bottom line is, if you was signing those $250 million deals, you wouldn't be talking about subscription costs. Now you're cost conscious, right? And that's a good thing, man. If that gives you some sexual discernment, then that's fantastic. But anyway, listen, you heard what my man Travis did. He got 2 receptions. On defense, they didn't throw his way. So he wasn't a great factor in this particular first game. But he got his wish. He was on the field for both offense and defense. And that's what he wants to try to get into everybody's head. But at some point, he's going to have to make plays on both ends of the court, or field, if I should say so. So that's really the deal. So can he do it? Sure he can. But that remains to be seen on this level. Now, here's a tragic tale of woe. And unfortunately, none of my boys up here, so we could talk about it, but that's all right. Doesn't matter. We don't need them for this particular stuff. We're going to just talk about this, and I can do it myself. You could go to my channel on this channel, and I did a little expose on this particular running back and what he did to get himself into trouble. And so I'm going to play it for you guys out there so you can look at it on replay. But here's a guy who has a promising future ahead of him, and he blows it because he can't leave the hood, not figuratively and literally. And you could, and it's just a whole bunch of dysfunction that follows him. And so I'm gonna play this link. And listen, we can all be sad for this brother. I don't think he's gonna get out of this one the way he thinks so. He'd be blessed if he does. But if he has a prosecutor that's just looking, because his excuse for why he's in trouble is a lie, and everybody knows it. It's just a matter of whether the prosecutor is going to let him get away with it or not.
Good evening to you, friends. On this Friday, Greg and Liz here with you. We're going to start with the I-Team. U.S. Marshals confiscated assault rifles and other guns from an LSU dorm as part of a case that ended with the arrest today of an LSU running back.
Police claim he was harboring 2 accused killers inside that dorm, and now he's facing felony charges. Our chief investigator, Chris Nakamoto, broke the story and joins us now with new reporting here at 6. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Liz and Greg. Freshman LSU running back J.T. Lindsey was arrested today on 2 felony counts of accessory after the fact to second-degree murder. He's accused of letting 2 accused killers from his hometown of Alexandria live in his on-campus apartment. Tonight, Lindsey's lawyer says his client knew nothing about the trouble those suspects were in. You're looking at exclusive video of LSU running back J.T. Lindsey walking into the LSU Police Department moments before turning himself in on serious felony.
His mother is huge, man. She's just huge. And she's holding his hand like he's a baby. I just think that if you use a context clues, this guy has been coddled his whole life. And think about that from that perspective. why he would do the things, why would he make the decisions that he made. And this is exactly why, because he's not thinking like a man, he's acting like a baby boy.
Felony accessory charges. Wearing a God First sweatshirt and flanked by his lawyer, Chris Perrette, Lindsay didn't utter a word. But his lawyer, Chris Perrette, had plenty to say.
Yeah, this time, guys, we're cooperating with LSU PD. My client maintains that he's fully innocent of all charges and no wrongdoing. We hope to get this matter straightened out pretty quick. So that's about all we have to say at this point. We'll have more information for you later.
Lindsay's biography on LSU's website describes him as a 4-star prospect who is ranked among the best at his position nationally. He's now accused of accessory after the fact, when 2 suspects wanted for a murder in Alexandria, Louisiana, were found inside his apartment at the Nicholson Gateway on Monday. That complex is on LSU's campus and is a stone's throw from Tiger Stadium and LSU's football practice facility. Those suspects, Shamel Jacobs and Keldrick Jordan, were picked up by U.S. Marshals inside Lindsay's room there. Both are accused in a murder back in May of 17-year-old Corey Brooks in Alexandria.
Yeah, so think about it. Out of all the places that those 2 guys could go, right? They go to his dorm room, right? They go to his dorm room, and on LSU's campus with guns loaded after they, allegedly commit a murder of another young man, right? So all 4 of these guys' lives are in jeopardy because 2 guys who my man should have never had any kind of thing to do with, but much less invite them into his dorm, give him his key, and think everybody else in the dorm is not going to say anything, right? And and then his excuse that he didn't know what they were on the lam, it's just not believable, right? So it's just a shame.
Sources tell the WAFBI team 4 different weapons, including 2 AR-15s, a Draco pistol, and a Glock were found inside. Lindsay's lawyer says his client knew nothing about his friends being wanted for murder until they were arrested this week.
Can you talk about the charges he is facing?
Not at this time.
Do you believe this was a rush to judgment?
I'll let you figure that one out on your own. But at this point, like I said, we're cooperating fully. My client is innocent of any wrongdoing, and I think that'll be borne out very shortly.
Certainly, he's quite a standout. Can you talk about what this means to his career and the fact that he's about to be arrested?
Like I said, hopefully this will be resolved very quickly and will have no effect on him. So it's very unfortunate that we're here, but again, we're cooperating and we're going to take care of it as fast as possible. So thanks, guys.
Listen, man, that's good that he has a lawyer that sounds confident, that's not stumbling. You could tell this guy gets paid a little bit. I don't know if he's a Better Call Saul kind of guy, and because this guy needs one of those kind of dudes. Because what you're going to hear coming up, and what his excuse is that he didn't know what's going on. There is some, I want y'all to listen closely after we start this about whether you think this guy is innocent or not. And look at the context clues here. Now, I don't know if his mother was ever married to his father. I can probably put money on the table that the answer is no. But her name was Lindsay, and I believe he just took her name because his father is nowhere to be seen. Right? There's no man in this picture in his life. Right? So he's been coddled. He's probably a son husband. And his mother looks like him as a meal ticket, probably as anybody would if their kid is on the first row. And he had an opportunity to save the family. But the basics of him being smart was missing because he was coddled. And he let 2 alleged murderers hang out with him with guns in a dorm with college students all around him with no allegiance to not say anything. They know who belongs there. First of all, no strangers are allowed to be in your room staying there. They could visit you and stuff, but it doesn't take long to know for people to find out that you're harboring people, whether they were criminals or not. You're not supposed to do that. So he's already breaking the rules for these 2 assholes, right? And so it's just a shame that he may get some leniency, but he could get kicked off the team. He might get out of all of this and still be around 25, maybe. and still has some career left. I mean, we remember one of the Heisman Trophies guys went to jail, and he came out and he got a drink of water with the NFL, but he was never the same with the thing on his back. And so this is a shame. It's just a crying shame.
Knew nothing about it.
Correct.
Anything you'd like to say, Mr. Lindsay?
Tonight, sources in law enforcement say Lindsay had previously told a friend that he was aware Jacobs and Jordan were both wanted for murder.
Let's play this again.
Tonight, sources in law enforcement say Lindsay had previously told a friend that he was aware Jacobs and Jordan were both wanted for murder, and that was instrumental in the charges being brought against him. We're told.
But you see his mother grab his hand like he's a little baby. Like he's a little baby. You know, he might be young. He might be 18. You know, but this is not how men start out. You know, with their mothers coddling them, you know, with him being in trouble. What happened to the formative shit that he needed to get to understand that you can't blow what you have for a couple of guys wanted for murder? It's just incredible. You know, so it's another. Listen, he could get off, and then if he does, you know, God bless him. God bless him. I hope the lawyer is correct.
Well, Jacobs and Jordan were using Lindsay's LSU ID to access the LSU dorm.
Michael Bonnet, the spokesman for LSU Athletics, would not say today if Lindsay is still an active member of the football team. LSU police transported him to Parish Prison late this afternoon, where he's been booked on those felony charges. For the WAFBI team, I'm Chris Nakamoto. Greg, Liz.
All right. So now he's in prison, you know, as accessory. Now he's in prison, and Lord knows what's going on with this dude. What's going on, Charles? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm doing okay, man. Just listening to what's going on here. I didn't hear about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. He's giving it all away, man. Did you see his mom?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw her.
She's huge, man. God, it's a fat dude myself. Golly, I can't imagine people say, "Damn, Rich, you're huge." You know, she's huge. You know, so, and you know, no father in sight. Now that doesn't guarantee that this guy wouldn't be an idiot, but isn't it a shame? It's just an absolute shame. You know, so I don't know, man. So that's that, man. You didn't miss much. I just started. Okay. So let's go ahead to Ben Simmons. Do you remember him?
Sit in the NBA.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna play this little lick. Yeah, he's
still milking the team.
He's milking the hell out of him, man. But you know, guess how old he is?
It's gotta be at least 27.
Ben Simmons, I'm told that
29.
he and the Brooklyn Nets are working toward a potential buyout. He does prefer to.
Well, so what you're really saying is that you recognize that he's still young.
Oh yeah, he is. He just had a lot of injuries. That's the problem.
Well, some of those injuries are real, and some of them I think is bullshit.
I don't know.
For a contending team in the second half of this NBA season. Among the teams considering Ben Simmons in a buyout.
Picture this for a second. It's August 2025, and Ben Simmons, the former #1 overall pick, three-time All-Star, guy who was once compared to Magic Johnson, is sitting at home watching other dudes get signed to NBA contracts. Reality has hit him
because he can't shoot.
Teams are handing out minimums to players who can't even.
What you say?
He can't shoot.
Well, you know what? But see, shooting is, you know, that's the funniest thing, right? I think in playing basketball, learning how to shoot and getting your shot up is probably one of the easiest things to learn. Yeah, I mean, you'll never turn into Steph Curry, but it's a repetition thing.
Yeah, he's like 6'7", right? 6'7".
6'7", 6'8", man.
For a point guard, yeah, he should be able to dominate his position, but he can't elevate and shoot over guys. No,
and then in his early years, man, he was really good, man. But you know what? He has some. It's not. I don't want to say mental issues. He has some. He's mentally weak.
No, I think it's just a lack of confidence when he's shooting.
Well, it's just mentally weak.
Yeah, you gotta, you
make
gotta
a layup. And
yeah.
Ben Simmons, who made over $200 million in his
Dang.
career, can't even get a phone call. So how do we get here? Well, before
So
we
right
get to
now
the
he's
content,
sitting
make
on
sure
the
you drop
outside
like,
looking in.
subscribe, and turn on our notifications to get the latest NBA news. I'm currently in Florence. My setup is definitely not the nicest. I posted a recent picture of all my travels onto Instagram if you guys want to check it out. And I'll be back home in 2 weeks.
Okay, let's go with that.
And to quote the late, great Kobe Bryant, all Ben Simmons needed.
Especially how far can Ben Simmons go?
Well, you gotta get a jump shot.
Can't shoot.
It's like it sounds humorous and all that, but I'm dead serious. You can't, because if not, he'll regret it when his career is over.
The Philadelphia 76ers built their entire franchise
Yeah, and
around
that's
this
what I'm
man.
trying to tell
And now
you.
nobody wants him. Not the rebuilding teams looking
That's
for
what I'm trying to tell you. Listen, you might not turn yourself into a 55% shooter, but you could turn yourself into a good enough shooter that people have to guard you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that just takes repetition, and he wouldn't do it. He just refused to do it. To me, that's a mental weakness.
for veterans, not the contenders that
Well, perhaps he had
How
the
does
proper
that even
coaching.
happen? How do you go from being one of the most
It's not coaching, man. It's not coaching. It's a willingness to do it. You can't coach somebody.
Well, as a coach, you also motivate, you know.
No. He's a grown man. Listen, let me ask you a question, right? Seriously, this is me and you. That sounds good, like the coach is supposed to motivate a team for a goal. But you can't really motivate an individual unless he wants to be motivated.
Oh, that's true. I agree.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. So I don't care who the coach was. This guy just was lacking something internally that he
promising
refused
young
to do.
players in the league to literally
So
be
is it safe to say he's not going to get
29
signed?
years old. Well, today
Actually, I'm not so sure. We ain't gonna show too much more of this, but you know the deal. They was gonna show how he broke down with the Nets, and the thing that made him persona non grata when he had an open layup in the Philly playoff, and he passed the ball out instead of taking the layup because he thought they were going to give him a hard foul. Remember, he was shooting like 45% from the free throw.
But did he pass the ball out for a 3-point shot or
No. Okay. You're gonna make me show it to you. Here it is.
Game 7, Eastern Conference semifinals. The Atlanta Hawks are up 88-86 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. This is by far one of the greatest opportunities for the young Philadelphia 76ers core to make a run to the NBA Finals. And Ben Simmons, the 6'11" point guard who is supposed to be the next Magic Johnson, gets the ball in the post. He spins around Danilo Gallinari, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this. He has a wide open path to the rim, but for some reason he was too intimidated of a wide open layup, primarily because he didn't want to go to the free throw line, and as a result he passed up an open layup to Matisse Thybulle. This is a play that any high school player would make. Thybulle immediately gets fouled. He makes one of two free throws. The Hawks keep the lead, and in that exact moment, though we didn't know it at the time, Ben Simmons' career as a franchise cornerstone as we knew it was over. The Hawks would go on to win 103-96, eliminating the Philadelphia.
He got a lot of flack. He never recovered for all the flack he got from that pass.
Yeah, he didn't have that killer instinct.
Yo, he's right there at the basket at 6'11". He was afraid. So he was afraid he would get fouled, right? A hard foul. And he was shooting 45% from the free throw. So he was definitely afraid of going to the free throw line. And he could have just yeah, man, he's tall, man. But I think that's an inch or two that they're lying. I really do.
Point guard.
They exaggerate. Well, they exaggerated his. I don't think he's 6'11". I think they say that he was what you call a dual player. He wasn't a point guard. It's not a traditional point guard. He was a point forward. He was a point forward. Oh, okay. Yes, so he's a forward, man. He played forward, but he had the ball in his hand.
Okay, so he played the 3 or the 4 then?
No, he played the 3 or the 4, and maybe sometimes the 1. As if you look at it, but they never had. They always had a real point guard on the floor too, right? But
Yeah,
that
because when
guy,
I saw him play, I always saw him. I always tend to see him in like he would bring the ball down
yeah,
as
but
he
he
gets.
played from a point forward position. Yeah, he wasn't
Yeah,
like Magic. They compared him to Magic Johnson for the size, but on the floor they didn't have. He was still playing forward because most of his shots were on the inside
I
because he
got
didn't
you.
want to shoot the ball. He was most of the shots on the inside. So unfortunately, I think somebody's going to give him a chance. Do you ever heard of Liz Cambridge? Liz Cambridge,
No.
Liz Cambridge was in the WNBA. She gained a little bit of weight. She's at least, if you look at this picture, and if you didn't know Kevin Durant was tall, right? If you didn't know that, let's just say you didn't know, she would just look like another lady standing next to a guy taller than her, right? She's 6'8". She's 6'8".
Dang, she looked good, man. What's her name? Lisa Cambridge? I never heard of her.
Liz Cambridge, yeah, she played at WNBA. They kicked her out of the league.
Why?
Because she's got a lot of attitude, man. For some dumb reason, she should still be playing, but she's still
She
pretty
looked good.
young. But 6'8".
Wait a minute, is she Australian?
Yes,
Is that the chick from Australia?
yes. That's her.
Oh yeah.
That's her.
I heard her. I saw her like in some clips, Yahoo clips. Man,
I
yeah,
think she
she's
does.
tall.
I think she does OnlyFans now.
Yeah, I think
But
she's 6'7".
okay, 1 inch. All right, 6'7". But the point is that I started thinking, man, it's really difficult for women that tall to find a guy, a
Oh
boyfriend,
yeah.
right? So they got to go for ballers, And you very rarely see
course.
Kevin Durant with a woman, right? You don't see it with a woman. I mean, his shit is really down. I mean, I don't say, listen, I'm not going to say he was ever gay, right? He doesn't have that thing around, but he's really discreet when it comes to honeys, man. He just don't want nobody to see what he's doing.
He likes being single, man. He likes his time.
No, and not just that, but he don't like nobody to see him either. So
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. He's got I think he takes a lot of great pain. But she really looks good in this picture. She's gained like maybe 40 pounds since this picture was taken. So and her size is all over, but she's much bigger now. But in this size, when she was at a real fighting weight, she's not a bad looking woman. Shit. I just thought that caught my eye. All right. Caitlin Clark, 12 games left, man. They say she might not return. She might not return in the season. Now, I'm not going to really play the video, but the point really is that she's been out for almost 7, 8 games. They brought her back early one time. She got hurt. They say she has some deep muscle issues and some back pain. But I really think that they're holding her out of the league to see how the league does without her in there. So they could see if they could come to some kind of equilibrium in terms of marketing without her. I don't think she would agree to that, but they're waiting to the very last minute. It's only 12 games left in the season. So she'll either be back for the playoffs, but then again, everybody's going to be, into playoff mode, and she's just going to be getting cobwebs out. And I don't think that's good either. You know what I'm saying? What happened? What's going on? Now you got that. You got that echo. You got that echo. What are you doing? You got some. You got some other open. Man, I can't hear. I can't hear you. Because I just hear an echo. What happened? Yeah, you gotta go again and come back. Because at that phone call, if you took the phone call, you did something. So you probably got to go all the way and come back in. All right, so let's go ahead from that to what's next. All right, we don't have to talk about that, but let's just look at this. Excuse me, everybody out there. Anyway, so you're back. Let's see if it works. Hello. Yeah, man. I still get that echo.
Still get that echo.
On your phone or
On your phone or on a
computer?
computer.
You're on your phone.
You're on your phone. So
do you have
the
link
run
back in the background? It sounds like you might have more than one window. So you gotta close one of those windows. I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. You know, so you're up, but I can't hear you. I think you have more than one window open. And you take a phone call when you're on, it messes. That's what happened last time. Anyway, hold on for a second. Yeah, can you hear me now? I had to put you on mute. Yeah. Yeah. You might have to go out. I don't know what I'm gonna type your message. Hold on for a second. I got a message in the back chat. Yeah. Anyway, man. So you might have some windows open, so I can't really hear you. I can't hear you without the echo. And anyway, so we know what the schedule is. We know what the standings are. The Fever are probably going to make the playoffs. Oh, matter of fact, I'm sure they will. It should be a competitive. If they get Caitlin Clark back, they should play better. I wanted to talk about this interview here, and if you could hear this on your own, that's cool. If this interview that David Justice did with my man about Halle Berry when they were married, and when you would play a minute or two of that, that was pretty funny. Let me see if okay, your mic is muted on your end, but let's just look at this for a second.
Obviously learning and transitioning, but what was it like having personal stuff public, such as relationships and stuff like that? How hard was that back then? Because again, if there's some bullshit out there, you just kind of have to go with it because there's no real filter or opportunity for you to speak your piece.
So, but I didn't really have any really real personal stuff.
Yeah, David Justice still looked pretty good, man. He's still, about 50 something
stuff until Halle and I got together. You see, and of course that was a lot of focus because back in them times, I can't think other than Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe. I can't think of anybody before that was us.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. I can't think of no one. And then Halle coming up young and being hot and just trying to make her career, and then you got me, and it really wasn't a lot of negative attention until I decided to leave her in 1996. I remember Halle saying to me, hey,
you was trying to see if you got it
after knowing me for 5 months. I said, okay, because I couldn't say no.
I mean, yeah, who's gonna say no at that time?
And I said, okay, but I don't know if my heart was really into it.
Right.
But I didn't want to make her feel bad and say no
in the moment,
or like I was just in the moment. It caught me off guard. But I was like, cool, we getting along, we vibing. We're only 5 months in. We still in the honeymoon state, but we spent a lot of time apart because she was doing movies in this country, that country. we probably could have made it if I knew about therapy. If we knew about therapy, we probably could have made it, because we never had any major issues like that. It's just that because I was young and had only been in, honestly, one real relationship before her, my knowledge and my understanding,
I don't know what
wisdom
happened,
around
man.
relationships
I really
just
don't.
wasn't vast. I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy. So in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean,
Traditional.
you know, and then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, you know, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook,
You
don't
can hear me
clean,
now? That's
don't really
good.
seem like
Say
motherly.
something.
And then we started having issues. We never had any issues about other women, other men. I mean, like,
Can you
I
hear
was
me now?
never tripping
Yes.
Can you hear me?
when
All
I
right.
was tripping one time when
That's
she
that's
Hold
good
on, I got
preference,
one
right?
time I was tripping.
Yeah,
one time,
let me
because I
stop.
didn't
I don't hear no
understand
echo this
when
time. It's much better.
we were out to lunch in LA.
Okay.
And I remember
I don't know what you did, but anyway, I just wanted to hear, like, you remember he said that Halle Berry, the point of this whole thing, and I'm not going to go in, when he mentioned that Halle Berry couldn't cook or clean,
Oh yeah,
it sent the whole social media into a tizzy, man. Oh, you got the biggest starlet in the world. You wanted to scrub your toilets and shit, you know, and that's not really what he meant. You know, he was thinking about being with a woman like his mother, right? Because they were like they would nurture the kids. And
yeah.
Halle Berry was a starlet. She wasn't going to cook and clean, but his mindset wasn't grown enough, and he admitted that. That's why they razzed him. But he was thinking that all women would automatically fall into that role, no matter what.
Yeah, that was his expectation. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, you know what? Are you kidding me? She's over there, man, trying to become a mega star. She ain't cooking and cleaning your shit. You know, that's why the women today with no money don't want to cook and clean. Are you kidding me?
They get your ass at that Chinese store and order some chicken wings.
Yeah,
Beef broccoli. Leave me the heck alone.
that's right, man.
And
There
then
you go.
while you're at it, order iced tea with that.
You just be happy you get some of this ass.
Exactly.
You know, shoot, golly. But hey, but he's, you know, it's good natured. He wasn't really mean saying, but he had old man expectations.
Yeah,
and that's right, nothing wrong with that. And he was young, and that's what he said. You know what? He said, I was young. I have these expectations that, you know, this is how it would be once you got married, and he just found out that shit was wrong. You know, so and then he couldn't see her. Now listen, here's where I agree with him. Halle Berry has been, you know, a diva, and you know, some people think so. She would not be the best mother for your children. So that's the other thing he said.
Most Hollywood stars, they busy with their career. You know, their career is not being mom.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So he was right about that part.
Yeah.
You know, he said, you know, the cooking and cleaning you could debate, right? Because you know what? Because you know, it's funny, man. Cardi B liked to clean our house.
Yeah.
She did. It's just crazy. She would show videos of her sweeping and cleaning and doing dishes and shit. You know, so
it's not that hard, man. If you have the passion for it, you know, that's what some people enjoy.
Yeah. So you know, she had all her kids within wedlock.
Yeah.
You know, even though she married not the best man, but she was married when she had all her children.
Hey, wait a minute, is that guy that she asked to go to the park with her kids? Is she still with him?
You talking about the football player?
No, she told me that she asked the guy to go to some kind of park with her and the kids, and the guy said no. And
yeah, that was a football player.
Yeah, she's still with him?
No, you know what? They were off, not the way it used to be, but I think he's still knocking it out.
Oh, okay, all right.
He's still knocking it out. He's still knocking it out.
Well, he must be doing a good job.
Hey, man, listen. You know what, man? You know, you really have to really suck not to do a good job knocking out a chick, man.
Yeah, well,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, you really, really have to suck.
It's not easy. It's in and out. You know, there's not that much complex involved.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Enter, exit.
You know, you might have to do a little bit more than that, but still, but it depends on where you're from, But hey, okay, so you mentioned the see, I listened to you, man. Then you mentioned the home run race.
Yeah. My question to you is that do any of them have a chance to hit 70?
No,
They don't. Okay.
no, of course not. I mean, this is less than shit. First of all, it's less than 70 games left in the season.
No, well, there's about 40 plus.
Well, let's look at it.
I think
Oh,
there's about 40.
That's okay. So, okay, I shouldn't have said 70 games, but 70 is 35 home runs.
Yeah. So how many games you got left? About
Let's look at it.
about 40.
There's a 120. So they're at 120,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
What's that? 42 games?
Yeah, so they got about 40. Oh yeah, no, they want make 70. They want 70. So Barry Bonds is still safe.
Oh man, come on, man, shit, man. I mean, you took him. It took a whole career and a century for them just to beat Hank Aaron. So now they're not even going to get there, So Barry Bonds is definitely safe.
Yes, I'm saying for one season, right? I think the most is 72 home runs in a season, or is it 70 in a season?
Oh, I can't remember, man. I think it was 72, right?
72 in a season?
I think something like that. I think it was. Well, we can just Google it, right?
Yeah, Bonds has that record, right? Barry Bonds.
You asked me baseball question. I'm not a goddamn baseball.
Yeah,
guy.
I think it's Barry Bonds, man. He has 72, and
Who
after
hit
that,
the
I
most
think it's
home
Sammy
runs in a
Sosa.
single season?
Sammy Sosa is number 2, or Mark
But Barry Bonds hit 73 in 2001.
73, and then I think the next one is Mark McGwire or Sammy Sosa.
It was Mark McGwire had 70.
Oh, that's what. Okay, and then Sammy Sosa had like 68, 66.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Barry Bonds is safe.
Yeah,
Actually, all three of them are safe.
Yeah, man, listen, man, those records are, the way they play baseball now, the way they substitute people, it's going to be hard to play that many consistent games and do that in the season. Like, for example,
it's still 162, still the same number of games.
No, I'm talking about for the player to play that many games.
Yeah, but they don't DH, man. They don't play the field.
No. Listen, man, they don't play as many games as they used to, even in the DHs.
Okay.
I just think that there's a lot of coddling going on, man, and a lot of strategics. Just like a pitcher, it's going to probably be almost impossible for a pitcher to win 30 games ever again.
Yeah, probably right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's amazing, right? Now they're making more money and pitching less. Is that amazing?
Well, yeah, man. So, but you're right about the DHs. They might get on the field, but man, even with them, man, you'll probably be surprised how many games they don't DH.
Yeah.
So anyway, the big three is in the playoffs, man. Playoffs have been the big three.
Yeah, I don't follow. I don't know who's.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Who's left? Who's left?
You know what you asking me, man? A couple of teams and shit.
I know, but I mean, which players in the team? I mean.
I don't know, man. I haven't been. Yeah, I couldn't tell you one. If I'm not watching a game, I can't tell you who the individual players on each team.
Okay.
The first game, the playoff game just start. The playoffs just started. They got 2 matchups on this weekend, or last weekend, or something like that, week 10.
Okay.
And so the playoffs are on us. So
man, you got some guys in the big three who should probably still be in the NBA.
So yeah, some of them could probably still play on the bench. Yeah. Did you know that Spike Lee and Denzel Washington have a new movie coming out?
Nah, wow, that's cool. When is that?
It's called. When is it? It's coming out this weekend. There's very little. It's very little publicity on it.
I wonder why.
Well, I mean, because it's marketing, right? So now that's why they're on First Take, so they can get a little bit of publicity. So this is kind of low key, getting some cheap publicity for the movie, because they're not really marketing it that big. Now the movie might be pretty good, but it probably should have went straight to streaming.
Yeah.
They probably should have.
You say that It's going to be in
This is
theater.
going to be a
You mean?
good time. We
Yeah.
now welcome in two
Oh, I
men
didn't
that
hear
need
about that.
no introduction, an honor and a pleasure. Denzel Washington
My
and
man.
Spike Lee ahead of their new movie out this Friday, Highest to Lowest in theaters. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
The movie's called Highest to Lowest.
Oh.
And I don't know what it's about or any of that stuff, but the point really is that anyway, but let's just see. I'm gonna just look at a couple
And
of
I had
minutes
the
of it.
pleasure of seeing the film. It's phenomenal. On the edge of my seat, shot beautifully.
Wow.
The soundtrack is unreal. But Denzel, I want to start with you. I felt like your character, David King, was aspirational yet very relatable at the same time. What drew you to that role?
I just thought it was a good story, you know, set in a
And
good set of
Denzel looking old,
circumstances. It
man.
begs the question.
And man, Denzel's like 75.
What?
Yeah, man. They Google that shit, man.
You looking old now.
He don't have makeup on, man. How old is
The
Denzel
material,
Washington?
I forgot if it came through my agent, but it came to me first.
Oh, he's only 70.
And before Spike.
Wow.
And when I read it, I said, ooh.
It's starting to show.
Yeah.
I called Spike immediately. I'm like,
I picked up the phone right away.
That's correct.
How difficult was it to shoot that film?
Spike, you run the same age, right?
Spike Lee's
City and the
68.
subways all
Yeah,
over
they're
the
on the
place.
same
It's
age,
so
yeah.
well done.
Remember now, Denzel has played in many Spike Lee, at least 2 or 3, right?
Oh yeah, I've seen a couple of them.
He played in She's Got to Have It. Mo Better Blues,
Malcolm X for sure.
Malcolm X, The Inside Man.
Oh yeah, I didn't know.
Did you ever see The Inside Man?
That's what that. But I didn't know Spike Lee was the director.
Yeah, Spike Lee's
All
The
right.
Inside Man. And now this movie is probably someone I can't remember. I'm probably missing one.
No, there's a couple more. I'm sure we're missing it. They had a couple more together that we just, maybe they were not big hits, but definitely they had more together. They had more than 3.
Well, this would be the 4th.
That's what I'm saying. I think they had more than 4 together over the years, man.
You're probably right, but I'm mad if I don't remember them. I think I remember. There's not many Spike Lee movies or Denzel movies I haven't seen.
Nah, yeah, but I'm sure you're missing at least 2.
Different levels, but everything was different.
Okay.
But we're home. So we weren't on the road. We weren't in Boston. Here we go. There we go. Not Boston. You were not Boston. We were home. Right. So it was a amazing experience. And
There's only one we missed. He got game. He got game.
Oh yeah, he got game. That's right.
Thinking of me, and
got game.
This is our 5th film together.
He would have. If I would have just shut up, I would have heard it.
Oh, you just say it's our 5th.
What makes
our 5th
this
together. Yeah,
relationship,
you're right.
Denzel, so special? You and Spike Lee.
you know, that's we don't have enough time. You know, and now it's our families, it's our children,
our wives.
Yeah, first of all, yeah. We have no choice in the matter.
The queen.
Yeah, the queen.
Washington Lee.
And time, you know, as we all know, we are finding out time. I'm 70 years old now, and it didn't seem like it was 18 years between films, but it was.
Wow.
Inside Man.
Inside Man. And
18 years?
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? I didn't watch this whole interview, man. I had to go back and watch this interview.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, just plug in, Denzel on First Take, man. They'll pop right up on YouTube.
All right, I will.
But I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and watch this because we gotta move on. But this is probably a good interview.
Denzel is an icon, man.
Man, he's an icon, man.
My
So,
man.
yeah.
I like his famous line, my man.
Oh yeah, but yeah.
His line, my man.
Yeah, man. Denzel's the man. And Spike Lee is an icon too in his own right.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
Who's that sugar honey?
This is Vanessa Bryant, right? This is just clickbait. There's no $1 billion scheme. But there's a thought that she, and then we don't have to go through the video, but there's a lot of, she's spending all matter of fact, let's play a little bit of this shit. Just a little bit of it.
Is she in jail or something?
No.
I said what I said. I meant what I meant.
She's not under
And I'm
arrest.
going to double up and double down on my podcast, The Stephen A. Smith Show.
That's just a thumbnail to get you to click on.
I didn't
okay.
Stephen A. Smith has never been shy about speaking his mind, and now his latest target is Kobe Bryant's widow, Vanessa. He's accusing her of draining Kobe's estate and facing financial ruin. Stephen has come out with receipts, and you won't believe what she's been spending her money on. Let's get to it. The family betrayal. The widow of NBA legend Kobe Bryant is now at the center of a firestorm because in a recent interview, Stephen A. didn't hold back. He publicly questioned whether Vanessa is deliberately cutting off Kobe's family from his wealth, and worse, hinted that she might be spiraling financially herself. To understand the chaos unfolding now, we need to understand how Vanessa got here and how, little by little, the empire that Kobe Bryant built is cracking. We begin with a revelation that rocked the Bryant family from the inside out. Vanessa Bryant's own mother, Sophia Lane, accused her daughter of kicking her out of her home just months after Kobe's tragic death. In September 2020, Sophia did an interview that no one saw coming. She claimed she was left homeless by the very daughter whose husband had once promised to take care of her for life. This wasn't some bitter family spat behind closed doors. Sophia sued Vanessa, claiming Kobe had promised to support her financially forever. She argued she had been working for free as a personal assistant and nanny to the Bryant family for nearly 2 decades. She wanted back pay, millions, a house, and a car. Specifically $5 million, a new house, and a Mercedes SUV. Vanessa's response was nothing short of stunning. She publicly accused her own mother of extortion. She claimed Sophia had done nothing more than babysit occasionally and was now trying to cash in on a tragedy. I have supported her for nearly 20 years. She now wants to back charge me $96 per hour for supposedly working 12 hours a day for 18 years, Vanessa said in a public statement. Then she said something that...
Man, think about it though, man. Kobe cut his own parents off. I think Kobe and his wife have always been incredibly stingy with their money, right? And but this is another one that might be worthy of a full look through, right? Because there's a lot of shit in here that she's doing. But this is her mother, just how she feels about her mother. Just listen to what's coming up.
Would shake the court of public opinion. My husband never promised my mother anything. But if this was just a fight with her mom, that would be one thing. This was only the beginning. At the exact same time Vanessa was fighting her own mother in court, Kobe's mother, Pamela Bryant, stepped out of the shadows with a different story to tell. Pamela Bryant accused Vanessa of cutting her off completely after Kobe's death, of abandoning her financially, and doing nothing to support the woman who gave birth to Kobe Bryant. Let that sink in. Within the same year of Kobe's death, both mothers, Sophia and Pamela, were accusing Vanessa of financial betrayal.
Kobe's mother is still walking. She's still with us. Vanessa Bryant, are you going to take care of Kobe's mom?
The media pounced. Social media erupted. Stephen A. Smith himself even addressed the drama, publicly asking why no one in the NBA world was holding Vanessa accountable. The only person who consistently calls Vanessa out is Dr. Umar. At one point, he even claimed Vanessa was neglecting Kobe's parents because she's a racist, and the media is letting it happen because she's a white woman.
You know, I don't hear nobody saying that. Now, you and I both know, if a black woman inherited a white man's estate, and he had some old white parents, white folks would be all over the media shaming them. All over the media shaming them. But because Kobe Bryant's parents are black, Vanessa's not black, nobody's coming to his family's defense. I just hope they stand up for Kobe's mom.
But let's pause. This isn't just a matter of in-laws, racism, and exes. This is about what Kobe would have wanted.
Now, so listen, let me ask you a question. And this is one of the questions I have, and maybe we'll skip that. Do you think Vanessa is really obligated to take care of either of the parents?
Oh yeah, she does. She is.
Why,
only because there's enough money. She's not struggling.
No, okay. That aside, we know there's enough money.
Yeah.
We know that there's money. Forget about how much she has. Is she obligated to do it?
No, she's not. She's not. But in terms of, like I said, since there's enough to go around, she should share the wealth.
Well, not okay. So, but that's beside the point, because I agree with you. Okay, but is she taking cues? Because Kobe cut his parents off because as soon as they got married.
Yeah, well, I mean, it still doesn't make it right.
What I'm saying is he did it, so she could be just taking cues from him. They both went into their own cocoon. Now, what she's doing that's even bigger than that is she's destroying Kobe's legacy. And we don't have to go through all of that. Everything he set up is falling apart. And they say she's bleeding money. by the millions.
Wow.
By the million. He had a estate of $600 million. And they said that she's already gone through 100 million.
Okay.
And more. So and I don't know how accurate a lot of this is, but this goes far beyond what we're talking about here. But here's another thing I'm gonna ask you: Is she obligated to? And this is one of the questions we could ask now: Is she obligated to continue Kobe's legacy?
I don't think she's obligated, but I think it should be voluntary. She shouldn't. She's not obligated.
Well, yeah, okay, it's okay. So between two people, and you've been married, and you had a long time. Isn't it presumptuous? And because I got a long term wife, but I don't presume that she's going to be able. She's going to. If I go before her, I really don't presume that she's going to have the passion of the things I had while I was here. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's gonna. I mean, whatever money I leave and all that, I don't think she's gonna have the passion to continue any of this stuff. Maybe some of the stuff, taking care of the daughters, this and that, but her passions are her passions. Now, the way Kobe operated, I don't think Vanessa even knows how to carry on his legacy, because Kobe was an extremely intelligent guy with his money and how he handled it, right?
Yep.
And what he had, the children's books and all that kind of stuff. How does she continue? She was his wife taking care of the kids. She didn't have the vision. He did. And it's hard to say. And I'm not, it sounds like I'm protecting her, but I'm just trying to be real. It's just hard for somebody whose dream to keep somebody else's dream alive. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
So should she be bleeding all the money dry? She's still a relatively young woman. You could go through, and what happens when you go broke?
Well, if she only went through 100 when she has 500 more to go through, so that's gonna, you know what I'm saying? For me, all I did is one, man.
Yeah, Kobe's been going for just a couple of years, for 5 years maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But she still has 500 more to go through.
Well, yeah, but that money ain't all liquid. She's got a lot of shit going on. All right, so I hate that clickbait. Now, did you hear about Sha'Carri Richardson?
No.
All right, Sha'Carri, you know who she is, right?
No.
Sha'Carri Richardson, the gold medal runner for the United States Olympic team. Wow. Okay. You don't know that much sports anyway. Okay.
Hey,
She got
arrested. Cheap shot.
She got arrested for domestic violence of her boyfriend. Wow. So I'm gonna show you. I put out my own thing, but I'm gonna show you a little piece of it. Episode of. That's the real. So as a man. Okay. You know why? Who be alone? So let's go to the video. Okay, here it is. I don't think there's any sound on this video.
This is her.
Now here they are, right here. She's yelling and screaming at him. He's trying to be cool. Oh, she's hitting him with the goggles. He's trying to walk away. She won't let him.
I don't see it that clearly.
Well, she's trying to get a rise out of him to hit her back. She's probably saying, "Hit me, motherfucker! Hit me, you slimy little bitch! Hit me!" That's what she's probably saying to him.
What's the problem?
And he's trying. Now they go out of camera here, but she's continuing to slug his ass behind this little pillar. Yeah. And here's this TA, this asshole here, just walking by. I don't know if he's like a security guard. He's just somebody.
No. Yeah, that's not their job.
Yeah. Now they don't show. So she's still on his ass. Still on his ass. He's trying to just say, "Listen, leave me alone." And she's just all on him, and she's throwing him, hitting him, and then, so that was it. Okay. I guess there's more video somewhere that y'all probably seen 1,000 times.
You think he was cheating or something?
No, I don't know. Listen, man, even if he was, what difference does it make? But I don't think that was it, because it didn't come out that he was. But the point really is, She's in the Tacoma airport throwing them around. So she gets arrested. But you know what? I got some footage of the arrest. Okay, listen, I got some, and so here's some footage of the arrest.
My phone shows something different, so if I need to show that, much it, but we have
took her into custody. You're about to see it all unfiltered.
Who's that boyfriend right here? No, he's not pressing any charges. He's trying to be cool. And he's making excuses for her, but they have it all on tape.
You're so welcome. I have to get my special bag. Is there anything else that you could let me know? Because now that you have these officers involved, is there anything I need to?
Yeah, why don't you come talk to me over here? Come talk to me over here.
Hello, hi. So we're in a relationship. I will no longer mess with him or what he had going on. He has some stuff in his bag. I just need to get out of my bag. Okay. My iPad, some clothes. I can stick it out, put it in my.
She doesn't look well.
She's definitely emotionally distressed. She's just
right now, yeah, but she doesn't even look well. She doesn't look healthy. When she was running, she looked a lot healthier.
Case brought his bag back. That's pretty much it. But we have a relationship, this kind of thing going on right now. But yeah, exactly. But I brought his bag back. I took all of my belongings out. I would leave him alone. You don't have to worry about me. Flight got canceled, so the flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m.ish. Okay. So yeah, if you don't mind, can I step over here so I can check my ID? That's fine. Awesome, thank you.
So why are they arresting her?
You right?
So what?
Why are they arresting her? She seems like she
committed domestic violence.
I know, but he didn't press any file, though, right? He didn't press any charges.
It's not up to him. She was in a public. They got video. She's in a public spot. I don't even know why they're letting her talk this much.
That's what I'm saying.
This is the position that Christian Coleman puts me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward. My name is Shakira Richardson. Have no problem.
Listen to how she's talking about him. Right? If she's calling him all kinds. She's calling him a coward. She's saying all of this shit about him, and for whatever she's mad at.
With letting you know who I am, having put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it. The argument, pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much officers can't understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar.
Yeah. Listen, she's just saying anything that she don't have to be right. She'd be lying right now.
Yeah.
And that was something that I kind of just grasped, and emotionally, I'm just like, bet you do your thing, but you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my possession. Right. Mm-hmm.
Was there any type of physical assault?
No, I didn't touch him. He didn't touch me. I will be honest.
Hit him with anything?
No, I haven't hit him with anything. Not at all. He had.
Now she's lying, as we saw.
Headphones that were mine, and I just grabbed the headphones, but not physically. If you would like to ask me, you can ask him, but I don't want anything.
I just want to get your side.
Okay, absolutely. You can ask him whatever you need to ask him. But yeah, you're a coward.
Is it Shakari?
Shakari. Thank you so much, Sherry.
Hey, Shakari. What's your phone number for you?
And like I said, I don't have a problem cooperating because, like I said, it was some relationship stuff. So that's why I came up.
Do you give your boarding pass by chance? Just so I can just take a photo of that.
Not my boarding pass.
If she has arrest, why is she talking so much?
Well, they haven't arrested her yet. I think they're looking at the video. I don't know why the cops are letting her go through all of this bullshit. I really don't. But it's the cops doing it because pretty soon it's going to come up. They're going to arrest her. But
they are
right here. This is my boarding pass.
So this is the one that got delayed.
So this is, I want to say, my original one. Hey, Cynthia, are you on the phone with me?
But they don't look like they're about to arrest her.
Yes. No. I'm heading to Eugene, Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can probably find it this way.
Yeah, you can find it that way.
It's just to kind of document what's going on.
Please document everything. I have no problem with you documenting anything. I'm gonna do my part so you can do your best, document everything.
She seems very calm right there.
Okay, who? She does?
She's just very calm talking to the cops.
But who, him or her?
Her. She's just very calm.
Yeah, she ain't calm. She's talking real fast, knowing what she did.
Nah, I don't see her yelling or
Well, she's an athlete. She ain't gonna sweat over this, but she lied about not hitting them. I mean, they see it. Yeah. Okay, now let's go. Let's see what happens.
Oh, hi. How are you doing, sir?
Well, I'm doing all right.
I'm good.
All that's a fake.
But I had to put down. I'm so sorry you're grabbing me right now.
Yep, you're under arrest.
I'm under arrest right now. Christian, are you serious right now?
You're
Okay.
under arrest for assault for DV.
I didn't assault him though.
We have you on video.
I literally we were having an argument. I'm not resisting, so you don't have to work harder. Christian, are you serious right now?
So, man, in Washington State, he doesn't get a say in this.
But I understand we were arguing. But I understand entirely. We were arguing.
Yeah, see, listen. If there's an interview that he does on his own, she called him a coward. He is. He should say, "Throw this bitch under the jail," but he doesn't. Right? He's trying to protect her, and she doesn't know it. That's why she's calling him all kinds of stuff, and saying all this kind of stuff because she thinks he's turning her in.
I know.
But he's not.
Okay, I'm not gonna resist, but I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that you guys are doing this to me and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply.
Okay, so he's the man in the situation, but he ain't touch you.
I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But you have me on camera. But at the same time, what he has on camera, I have my phone, show something different. So if I need to show that, I will.
We have your cameras all around here.
Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. I'm just Christian, thank you, Christian.
Don't talk to him right now.
Okay, I won't. Thank you so much.
All right, so that's again, I might go back and look at more of this shit, but the point really is, she was clearly the aggressor. We find out that in Washington, the man doesn't have to not the man, but the victim doesn't have to press charges.
I see.
Right, so he's not going to. Most men probably won't press charges on their woman.
No, I wouldn't.
But what he should do is never see this chick again. They should break up.
It's not a healthy relationship.
Well, not only that, if she could do this to him in this public, can you imagine her slapping and throwing shit at him at home? Right? In the privacy of the home. Just like they tell women, if a man slaps a woman in public, you can only imagine what he does to her in private.
Yeah.
So if she loses her temper like this in public, as a track star gold medalist, then what does she say and do to him in the privacy of their own home? Yeah. Right. So now they're supposed to have broken up, and now she put out an apology, which I'm not going to show, but but she comes out, apologizes, says all kinds of bullshit. But if you listen to this tape, you shouldn't believe it.
Well, at this point, she doesn't run anymore, right?
No, she does. So living.
She still runs.
Yeah, just her living, man.
I thought she was retired or something.
No, man, she's young, man. She's going to be headlining in the Los Angeles Olympics.
Okay.
But she's still the fastest woman. She's on record right now. So she's.
I gotta look her up, and I think I heard the name before.
Oh, yeah, she at least has this next Olympics under her belt.
Yeah. There was an Olympic star recently. She died from while she was at home. I think she was pregnant or something. I forgot her name, but she also won a medal. That was like about a year ago. I'm sure you had her.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
It was a sister too.
Well, most of
the track stars.
Yeah, they sisters, man. I tell you what, man. When them women run, they're like poetry in motion, man.
Oh yeah.
When you see them women run, man, I say, man, these women are just beautiful, man. Coming around that track, man, it's just all pure power. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So listen, Christian Coleman is the guy's name. So there's a question to you, man. We're coming to the end. Should he break relationship ties with his abuser? Should he still see her?
I think it depends. It depends on why she hit him. I don't know what the reason is.
Okay, all right. So would it depend if why a man punches his woman in the face?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would tell one of your beautiful daughters What did you do for him to punch you in the face?
Well, let me tell you, people.
No, I'm asking you a question, and then you would say, then you would feel safe with her going back to a guy willing to punch her in the face?
No, I wouldn't. But I'm just saying that people
Oh,
snap
no,
all the
that's
time.
the question. That's the question on the floor.
People snap all the time and actually
Okay,
should get a second chance.
So you would
Well,
let
there's a second chance, right? Now,
tell her to
if it's an abuse, like a he does it in a
no,
regular basis.
no. Okay, why are we going there? Just once.
Yeah, a one-time snap, I would give a second chance. Yes.
You would tell your daughter to give a guy who hit her in the face a second chance?
No, I wouldn't do that because I'd be worried about
So
the
what
safety.
are you talking?
But I'm saying, generally speaking,
No, we ain't generally speaking. I wouldn't do my daughters either. I'm just saying, I'm giving that to you. Just the example. You're trying to offload it to somebody else. We could both relate to if somebody gets hit. If I have a daughter, you have a daughter. Okay, so now a man. Well, since he's a man, he should accept a woman treating him like shit in public and give her a second chance. Why? Because she's a woman?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. Some people are just like that's just in the DNA to be abusers. Some people could just snap at a moment for whatever reason, and then after that snap, I think they probably should get a second chance. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. You got to be kidding me. I know people give people second. Why would you give somebody a second chance? And what's changed until the next time they get triggered?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It depends on what triggered them. Depends. I don't know what. I don't know what happened.
No. Listen, the point really is we don't know what triggers people, right? I mean, so you're gonna tell me I got to live on pins and needles, or so my abuser female doesn't get triggered? Who wants to live like that?
Okay, for example, right? If I'm arguing with this lady and she punches me and she kicks me in the balls, and I react with an uppercut. Now I'm not I'm a nice guy. So when things settle down, I think I deserve a second chance.
No, but first of all, you're not the one who deserves a second chance. You're giving her a second chance for kicking you in the balls. She deserves to get punched in the face.
No. But
yes.
The point is, I still hate her. That's
no. So you're one of these kind of guys that the woman can almost kill you, but you're not supposed to be able to hit her.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, so what? So you're changing you're moving the goalposts.
No, the point you're telling me is that
the point is,
if a guy hits your daughter, does he deserve a second chance? I just give you an example that if your daughter triggers me for whatever reason,
if my daughter kicked a guy in the balls and he slugged her, she still shouldn't. I still would tell her not to go back.
Exactly. That's my whole point. I'm trying to tell you too. It depends on what triggered me.
But just now you agree with me. So there's no second chance. I don't care why he did it. And so, but you would give a woman who kicked you in the balls a second chance. So now you're sleeping. The second time she might cut your dick off while you're sleeping.
If a woman kicks me in the balls, would I give her a second chance? Well, I think it depends on the reason. Now, if she caught me in bed, right? If she caught me in bed to another girl and she snapped, I might forgive her for that.
Okay, but so she gonna see your dick out, she kick you in the balls for that, right? I can
understand why she. I can understand why she would snap because she loves you so much, you know.
Listen, you go into the extremes and shit like crazy. Man. You just trying to find. Let me tell you, I might give you that one because you'll be worried about her giving you a second. You might give her a second chance, but if you're married to her with all your shit on the line, you're more worried about her giving you a second chance.
But the point I'm trying to make to you is that sometimes the guy snaps. The guy can snap depending on the reason. So depending on the circumstances, you might be able to give.
Okay, so this the point really is that I understand what you're trying to say.
Okay,
but if you're the victim, you do something fucked up. Like if a woman, and mostly women most men don't go off and just beat up and hit women. Most men don't. And women do drive men to do dumb shit, right? But once that happens, once that barrier is broken, that woman is no longer safe. Because if she's a fucked up woman, there's no way she's not going to trigger him again.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and so I can give you an example that's real world. And this is extreme, right? It just happened. It's all over the social media. A guy is married to a woman for 9 years. He just finds out that they have 3 kids and not one of them is his.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I would not only deck her. I'd probably just.
He tried to cheat. He shot at her at least 25 times. He hit her a couple of times. He tried to kill her at her job.
Yeah, no, that's it. The guy that snaps, that I understand.
You know, so the point really is that, you know, so that's an extreme example of hurt, right? He might even get a lighter sentence for a crime of passion and emotional distress. Because if he gets a male judge will understand. But the point really is, so I'm not saying you're wrong, because people give people second chances all the time, right? So it's just an individual thing. So, you know, we're just having a conversation. Are you going to the theaters, man? Are you going to go to the movies to see Highest to Lowest, the Spike Lee joint starring Denzel Washington? I can already answer it for you. No, and neither am I.
But I know, but that's only because I got cable.
But it's not going to be on cable, right? Or you're going to wait for cable?
Well, I mean, I wait for it to be available on cable, because I don't have to go sit in a freaking theater, people coughing all over me and shit, when I could be in my living room watching this shit at home.
You're just waiting. You know, this shit's going to be on the cable. This is going to be at least on Prime within the next month or 2.
Exactly. So I can wait. No,
So we talk.
A virtual theater, and next thing I know, I catch COVID and shit.
You know what? It's just not fun going to the movies anymore.
Nah, man, it's not.
It really isn't. I used to love going to me and the wife. It's just not fun. But you know what? We might catch a movie when we're out next week. There's something on the list. We just might go to a movie theater we've never been to and hang out. If something's out there worth watching. All right. So does Vanessa Bryant? We talked about this, right? So I don't know if she owes either one of the mothers anything, but like you said, she should just take care of them no matter what.
Yeah, right? She has hundreds of millions. I would just give each of them freaking $5 million each and tell them to get out of my hair. And it's not gonna have any impact on her. And that's $5 million they can live for the rest of their life with that shit.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So and as far as Kobe's legacy, well, you know, I think that she wouldn't know how to keep Kobe's legacy the way he kept it.
Yeah, but I don't think she's obligated for that also.
Yeah, so you know what? See, his life. Now, first of all, Kobe died early, right? He died unexpectedly. Yeah. Let's just say, I think if Kobe was alive, if Kobe would have lived to like 50, right, and he had this global empire legacy that he wanted to keep for himself, and that would go into a future, he would have hired a COO or CEO to manage his trust, something that she couldn't change. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, so he died unexpectedly before he could put something like that together.
Yeah, because I'm sure he wasn't planning on going that soon.
But of course not, and not taking his daughter with him. So the point really is that if he was older and he would have got more, this thing would have grew because he was just building the building blocks of it. I'm sure he would have hired somebody to manage it just in case, and put a trust around it that it could continue, whether Vanessa blew some of the money elsewhere or not.
Yep.
You know, I believe he would have done that. So unfortunately, he didn't live long enough to protect his legacy, and that's the sad part about it.
That's too bad. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's the sad part about it. Anyway, man, so
just before you hang up, man, just want to let you know I got more ETDH after hours while we were talking.
I
got some more at 3:35.
Yeah, listen, tomorrow, man. You know what? I could be another spike up, man. I looked at maybe just for one more spike up, because I looked at Ethereum.
Yeah,
it's just red hot, man. So
but that shit's coming down within the next couple of weeks, man. Believe me.
So your point is just hold on.
No, I'm like I said, I'm buying it for the future because I know your team is going to come down below 7. Our side is going to go below.
That's what I'm saying. So your point is hold on until it comes down because it is going to come
I got
down.
2,500 shares now in there.
So your point is I got 750. I bought. So if I lose my $700, man, you know, if this shit goes up tomorrow, man, I'm gonna call you up and scream at you.
Whoa.
You're not. No, I know, but
I just told
understand.
you're buying for the future. You're not buying for tomorrow.
When you say future, you're talking about a few days. Your future to you is like, you know, you're talking about future, like, you know.
I think like next week,
You're talking about your future. You know what, man? That's just so funny,
well, as
man.
a day trader, I'm sure you know what
Okay, you know, but like all I'm trying to say is, okay, technically you're correct, but future doesn't. It depends on what your definition of future is. You know, that shit's so funny as hell, man. Come on.
Well,
You know,
come on, man.
anyway.
If you're going to do a day trader, you know what future means.
The future is a day.
Yeah, future could be from the morning until the afternoon.
This is funny as hell, man. You're crazy, man. Anyway, man, I can dig it, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
man.
man,
I think tomorrow's going to be good.
I appreciate you, man, popping up, man.
You
You know, we had a couple of. I think we had some good topics today.
No. So going back to the you know, MLB, I think Ohtani is going to have the most home run at the end of the season.
Well,
that guy is awesome, man.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
he is.
I haven't seen a guy like him, you know, hit home runs for a long time. And I mean, back in, of course, he had Bonds. Barry Bonds was the ultimate. But
yeah, but you know what, man? The fact that he could see the ball. I think somehow him being a pitcher, he could see the ball, how the ball is thrown.
I think so too.
You know what I'm saying? I think he is a tell. You know, some pitches he could probably see some tell. Oh, this is going to be a curve. Or this is going to be a fastball down the middle. I think he can see some of that shit.
And I think he's the kind of guy, before every game, you know, he says, you know, he goes through the tapes and see the guy that, you know, he's going to hit against. You know what I mean? You know, he studies it. You know, he looks at the pitches and he kind of predicts, you know.
I really, but he probably does, man. I really believe that, and it's because of his pitching prowess.
Yeah,
he could tell certain things that a regular guy who's just a hitter can't.
Let me tell you, Ray, back in my days watching baseball, man, if a pitcher hit 10 home runs in a season, that was a lot.
Oh no, I mean, listen, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. I know
that
exactly.
That was a lot for a pitcher.
Hey, well, they try. Well, remember now, when pitchers come up, they force them not to play the field.
Yeah, they will force them to bunt, right?
Yeah, they make them specialize on pitching.
Bunt. They would bunt the ball, especially.
But this guy says, "Nah, man. If I'm gonna be a baseball player, I'm gonna be a complete player." Like he's a throwback because Babe Ruth used to hit, you know, and pitch.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true.
Yeah, so they started to make people specialize, and you know, some guys just go along with the program. They paying me a lot of money. I'm just shut up and do what they say.
Let me tell you, man. If he stays healthy, I see him hitting 700-800 home runs. Because he already has 3 straight seasons hitting 40+ home runs.
Well,
and then a lot of guys like Barry Bonds, for example. I mean, he actually peaked late in his career. He wasn't hitting 40 home runs at the beginning of his career.
Yeah, the thing I'm thinking about, because this guy's still in his 20s, right? He's like, what, 27?
Yeah.
You know, so was he like 27 or something?
I don't know, but he's definitely in his mid-20s, I would say.
Well, here's the thing: you could play. Barry Bonds proved, and a lot of other players proved this. You could play good baseball well into your 30s.
Of course.
You know, well. I mean, shit, man. Clemens pitched, just still throwing 100 miles an hour at 40 something.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, the season that Bonds hit 73, I think he was like 36, 35, 36.
Yeah, he was up there.
Yeah, he was in his mid-30s. So you see it, and this guy, you know, dang, man, I'm telling you, man, if he's still healthy, man, this guy could be awesome.
Here's my thing also. I think that whole steroid shit, even though Barry Bonds might have been on steroids, this shit was overplayed because he still got to hit the ball.
I think so, too.
You still got to hit the ball, man.
Eye coordination, back coordination. hand coordination.
You still got to slug that ball. So they overplayed all of that shit, man.
Yeah,
and
Stamina is
when
a strength.
yeah,
Stamina doesn't give you skills, and coordination. It's just a strength, just a force.
Anyway, brother, let me let you go ahead, man. Get out of here, man. This is a long one, but we had a lot to talk about. And yeah, man. And listen, tomorrow another day. And so, okay, essentially, you told me don't call you at work because you're afraid you're being bugged. And
Well,
okay,
I'm just saying certain things I just can't. Yeah, certain things that's private. I just I mean, come on, it makes sense to you too. Come on. I mean, if you're talking knowing that you actually been tapped, it's not a good feeling. I mean, if you think about general stuff, like what I mean, like general comment, but saying that because they're gonna spend it.
Don't talk. If I ever get you on the phone, don't talk about stocks.
Well, I mean, you can talk about stuff, but I mean, I can't tell you what I'm doing. I can't tell you, oh, yeah, I just bought so and so.
I just use my new phone. I just use my new phone that I can get a signal in my skiff. I can get my signal in the skiff.
No, but seriously, man, I gotta get another phone. I gotta switch.
I don't know
If I have Verizon, it's gonna be a lot easier for me than having to every fucking hour.
Well, listen, brother, all you gotta do is just get your ass up and go to a store and get one.
I know. It's not hard to do.
But the problem is you're gonna want your same number, right?
Yeah, because I got a lot of people that have my number. Yeah. So I mean, I can tell them to switch it to that number, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They made that. They did that law a long time ago.
Yeah, and in a couple of days, man, I'm going to do that. As I say, because I'm tired of leaving my desk and people are watching where I'm going and what I should.
Yeah, you said, yeah, because you're telling me that you can't concentrate unless you can see what's going on.
Yeah, man, because I got too much money at stake, man.
Oh man, all right, bro, man. Yeah, I do hear you, man. Later, man. So tomorrow's another day, man. We'll see how it goes.
All right, man. Sounds
all
good.
Right.
Take
Later.
care. Good night. All right, bye.
Grab your friends, it's time to play. Join the fun, we're here all day. Watch the game with drinks in hand. On the swivel, let's take a stand. On the edge of our seats, we live for the thrill. In this moment together, we're feeling the chill. So here's to the laughter as we gaze at the stars. We say goodnight from the swivel at the sports bar. In the flicker of the screens where our spirits ignite, let's cherish this time as we fade into light. Tasty bites and big screen thrills. Every moment gives you chills. High fives and cheers, it's quite a sight. Join the crowd, it feels so right. As the game goes on, our hearts beat as one. Memories in the making, oh, this night's just begun. So here's to the laughter as we gaze at the stars. We say goodnight from the swivel at the sports bar. In the flicker of the screens where our spirits ignite, let's cherish this time as we fade into light. So good night, my friends, till we meet again. In this world of the game, through thick and through thin.
Like, share, and subscribe. Unique Sports Talk. Over and out.